So the Demons go into the final term leading by 8 points. Essendon have Billy Duckworth off the ground. He limped off at three-quarter time. Madden and McLean contesting the centre bounce. Jarrett it is who takes it away from the Demons. A quick goal will be handy for them here, but Jarrett Healy is caught behind on this occasion, and a good mark taken by Walsh. Called to play on now after he tried to get the handball across to Danaher, or at least thought about it. Kicks wide towards the wing. Merv Neagle. Oh, he gets caught. And that has happened on several occasions today.
He certainly looks as though he could do with a yard and pace at the moment, Mervyn Neagle. Seems to be, just can't be able to quite break away from his opponents. There's a lovely hit out that time to Foles from Simon Madden. Onto the left foot goes Foles and kicks it towards centre-half forward. Players set themselves, oh, they all stood and watched it, including Peter Giles. Now it's Copping trying to get the hand pass in. Kicked off the ground by Bahaj, who has taken off the ground in the third quarter. Here comes Stephen Smith. Oh, good players. He comes out of defence and kicks it long, right out wide. Brent Boswell showing a lot of pace, but he overran the ball. A beautiful hit out. Back it comes to Timmy Watson, up towards full forwards. Justin Madden, the long arms go up. The ball comes to the deck. Here comes Bahaj into the open goal. It's a goal to the Bombers, and they've come back that little bit closer. 91 place, 93. Melbourne in front, 13 goals, 15 to 13 goals, 13.
Tony Bahaja back on the ground after being dragged during the third term. His form has certainly not been up to the high standard we've come to expect from him, but that could be a team lifter in the opening minute and a half of this final term.
And that might be just the little spur that Tony Bahaja needs to take it off in that third quarter for not playing well and being replaced by Graham Schultz. And well, he's got a lot of character about him, Tony Bahaja, and I'm sure he'll be the type of player that will come back very hard in this final term.
2 points the margin, 2 minutes played, final term. The Demons have been able to answer the challenge in the first 3 quarters. Can they hold on in the last? From the centre bounce, it's a hurry kick up towards the half-forward line. The mark not taken by Croswell, but he's quick to recover. Or tried to barge his way through. Got caught. Taken away by Schultz with a high ball to half-forward. Arms locked, and a good mark taken by Peter Giles. But it'll go the other way. It did say the arms were locked, and the umpire has declared that Max Crowe was illegally held. So he goes short, looking for Hawker. It's a bad kick. However, they may get away with it as Waterson flicks one over the top in towards full forward. Smith front spot, jostling, could have been held. Play on is the call. Copping a snap! And the Bombers hit the front through Stephen Copping. A little left foot chip around the corner, and the Lucendale Farmer puts them in the lead.
Yes, good goal to Copping. He's played pretty well today. Battled his heart out as he always does for the Bombers. Read that well, off the hands of the pack, and just, as you said, Sandy, a little chip shot. Just enough to bounce through and for a goal. So, well, Essendon have threatened all day to take over from Melbourne. And at the moment, they look as though they might just do that. But when we've thought that other stages of the match, Melbourne have come back hard at the Bombers.
4 points favouring the Bombers. Timmy Watson from the centre. The bounce favours Ellingworth, who's been one of the Demons' best players today. Kick was smothered there. Giles and Schultz go in for their respective sides. No one able to take it out, and so we decide upon a bounce.
Almost on centre wing as umpire Neville Nash gets, oh, that's a free kick almost to Simon Madden. Timmy Watson grabs it. Down he goes towards the centre half forward position. Over the back of the pack is a left foot step. Which way will it bounce? Just offline by Max Crowe, that kick, and through for one behind. So the Demons would breathe a real sigh of relief there as the scoreboard goes on to 13-15. Melbourne, Essendon 14-14. 5 points the difference as the kick from Stephen Smith comes out towards the half-back line where an easy mark has been taken by Gary Foles. Well, it'll be interesting to see if Melbourne, with all their young players, could fight their way back into this. They're only 5 points behind, but Essendon at the start of this final quarter looking a greatly improved side. There's a wobbly old torpedo punt. Justin Madden goes for that mark, but the ball comes off the hands of the pack, over the line and out of bounds right next to the behind post. Only 4.5 minutes gone in this final quarter. A long way to go. A slight breeze favouring the end, which Essendon's kicking to. Almost a free kick there to Simon Madden. Justin Madden, I should say. But the umpire said being grabbed too high is Adrian Batterston.
From the back pocket, Adrian goes short and finds one of his side's best players today in O'Sullivan. Drifting it back towards the wing. Who's waiting down? Watson and Otway. A flick back towards half forward, but all Melbourne. O'Sullivan to centre wing. Stevenik almost succeeded in keeping that ball and getting it round Reid on that occasion. Couldn't quite do so. And so another throw in.
Well, Stephen takes half an hour to give the ball back to the boundary umpire, which was good play, because in the meantime he's got himself into position back on the back line.
From that throw in, O'Sullivan at the bottom of the pack. Another bounce. 5 points the margin. 6 minutes played, final term. McLean and Madden. Push down to Scott Sutcliffe. Croswell is well spoiled. Through the legs of Hawker, taken by Schultz. A danger forward. Goes long. No mark paid. Giles put the head down and tried to go through as the trainers come from far and wide. Max Crowe very slow to get up. O'Sullivan marking on the half-back flank.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was courage personified. That a bad hand pass there, but luckily fortune as Jarrett gets it back towards Ellingworth, back to Batterson. I was saying that was great courageous play by Max Crowe to put himself into that pack. Over the back of the pack is Roger Merritt, half-back flank. He's always looking for someone to give it to. Now he'll go across the ground. Oh, it could be dangerous, but it comes off as the mark is taken by Terry Danaher. He kicks it out wide. He's got a loose man out there, and he's been on his own a lot today, Mervyn Neagle. He kicks wide, right down there towards centre half forward. It's taken there by popping over to Stoneham, and Stoneham will line up 40 metres out. He fires at the goals with the drop punt offline, and once again the Melbourne defenders would breathe a sigh of relief as he missed that one, and the difference is now 6 points. Melbourne 13-15, 93. Essendon 14-15, 99.
Stephen Smith wearing the unfamiliar number 14 Guernsey. He did change it midway through the game. Receives it and goes out wide looking for Sutcliffe, but Neagle is there in front. Mervyn's covered an enormous amount of territory today. The youngster being taken back 15 metres. Neagle long. Plenty of pushing and shoving going on there. One man who kept his eye on the ball was Max Crowe. Kicked one in the third term and has the opportunity of putting Essendon 12 points up. 25 metres out. 45-degree angle. Kick by Max is good. The Bombers go 12 clear. 15-15, 105 to Melbourne. 13-15, 93 on 7's big lead. Can Melbourne fight back? They trail by 12 points. They win it out of the centre, but are unable to take it away because it's Foles who goes with a high ball towards the half-forward line. Now the Melbourne defence having plenty of pressure put on them as O'Brien swings away with a good handball to Flower. Robert, who hasn't shown his true colours today, bounces his way across half-forward, sets up the handball, back to Flower it goes again from McLean. Roberts left foot high ball in towards full forward. Jackson is caught behind the play. No mark paid. Jacko tries to tap it across, can't do so effectively. Players go to ground, a push, and it'll be a Melbourne free kick. It could be Elshaw at the bottom of the pack. We'll wait and see as he gets up. Tony Elshaw has kicked 2 goals and the chance to keep the Demons in the game. His 15. And he now has every chance. Alan Jarrett walking past, offering you some advice. Kick through the ball. He does that. And he's missed. Well, 11 points the margin. 94, close 105. 10 minutes gone. Final term. Danaher. They've tried 3 or 4 player at fullback. Fisted down. The opportunity was there for Johnson. Couldn't control it. Taken away by Stoner, but straight to Croswell. He stands his ground and they ram into him. And Alan Stoneham perhaps a little fortunate to get a free kick.
Stoneham at the centre half back position. He played on, had the ball smothered. Here's a chance now for the Demons. That was McLean trying to get away with it. Now it's Bahaja. He gets in a lovely hand pass across to Foles. Foles with his casual style as usual. Goes out wide. Cool, calm and collected. He finds Graham Schultz. Schultz goes short. Here's danger for Melbourne as Hawker's got it. He'll chip a little one in short. Where will it go? And the mark is taken by Tony Bahaja about 40 metres out from goal directly in front. And Gregory Peck stand aside because Tony Bahaja's come along to take the place, and he'll go short again. And that's poor defensive play by Melbourne to leave young Waterson on his own 25 to 30 metres out from goal, almost directly in front.
A crowd of 28,379 paying almost $72,000 to witness this game today. That kick swinging back looks good. Essendon 16-15, 111, drifting away from Melbourne, who are 13-16, 94 on 7's big lead.
Well, the superior class of Essendon certainly starting to tell. Possibly the Melbourne players probably sick and tired of trying to reach up with that lack of height against the superior tall players of the Essendon side. And I think it's starting to tell in this final quarter. And it'll take a real gutsy effort now by the Melbourne side to get back in this match.
17 points the margin.
Ball with Bahaja, who's improved his game in this quarter. Almost gets caught, but gets a hand pass into Schultz. He shuffles it away to Copping. Copping, well, gets it to the Melbourne player in O'Sullivan. The ball is held to him, and no doubt the bounce will take place almost in the centre of the ground, as Stephen Copping gets a bit of a lecture there from Neville Nash. Bounce on centre wing, McLean, and once again struggling, but he did get that one down against Justin Madden. Seddon with a hand pass. The ball is fumbled by Alshaw, grabbed by Neagle, and Neagle hooks it out wide, right out there towards the half-forward line where Waterson and Giles charge after it, but it beats them both over the line and out of bounds. The difference at the moment is 17 points, a very, very good lead at this stage of the match to the Bombers.
Conditions absolutely ideal here at the park. Madden tapping it over the back. Does it well as Bahaja gets a hurried ball up towards Waterson and Giles. O'Brien is there for Melbourne. Does it well. Can he get past Copping? He does so. Runs his full distance. Too far, in fact, said the umpire. And Stephen Copping on the right half-forward flank. Well, he certainly did try and get away. But just overdid it. So Copping, who is not a long kicker of a football by any stretch of the imagination. To half-forward, Madden out on the lead. Can't complete the mark. Schultz is there. Tries to get a hurry kick in. Can't do so. Eventually it's shot out wide towards Watson. He goes to ground. The defence really being tested now as it gets caught, but showing strength. He gets his kick away in towards the centre. Coming to meet it now is Merritt, but overruns it. Is able to go back on it. Shrug one tackle. Set up the handball to Alan Stoneham, who puts it out wide. Here's danger again because Copping was lurking there, and he goes short to Otway. Otway, who also gave thought to going on with a small pass, will now go back and take his kick. Almost directly in front. Wobbling a punt in towards the square. The big pack of players fly. It goes over the top, and Seddon sees it through for a point. So the Bombers doing the bulk of the attacking pressure, and Melbourne desperately needing a couple of quick goals.
Yes, and I think the effort of the first three quarters is certainly telling having its toll on the Melbourne players. They don't look the same desperate side in this quarter that they were for the first three quarters. There's a hand pass to McLean, but intercepting his Schultz. Clever sidestep. He'll go long and wide. A magnificent pass across the ground has found Stephen Copping directly in front, 20 metres out. And this should be another goal on the board to the Bombers. That was good play by Schultz. He could easily have blazed away, but did the right thing by the team to give it to the loose man out in front of goal. Stephen Copping has kicked one goal already for Essendon. Let's see what he can do with this one. Directly in front, he stabs at that one. Goal umpire moves right across, but it just got in for his second goal. Stephen Copping and Essendon move further in front. 17 goals, 16, 118 to Melbourne 13, 16, 94.
Been a good effort by the Bombers, 5 goals in 15 minutes to at last assert their authority on this game, but it's certainly taken them a long, long time. Ted Fidge warming up on the sidelines as we go back for the centre bounce. Change imminent in the Melbourne camp. Madden tried to take it out, couldn't do so, nor could Otway at the first attempt, and another bounce will take place. Ted Fidge left the ground in the first term after a very promising opening quarter. Appeared to be injured. Watson tapping it out wider for the running Nagel. Mervyn goes back to Glenn Hawker. It sits for him. Long in towards full forward. Madden back on the one hand. Can't complete the mark. And once again, it'll be Ick going across to Giles. Oh, he's put him under pressure. Peter Giles tries to flick it out. Madden, the solid tackler. And again, we see Ick take it over the line for another throw.
Stephen Ick not too happy to hand the ball over to the boundary umpire. A very experienced player, Stephen Ick, just giving himself a bit of time to get back into position. The umpire's picked out a free kick. You can see number 14 on your screen there, as Sandy said earlier, is Stephen Smith, not in his familiar number 35. He had that on earlier in the game with the long sleeves. Over to Batterston, and Batterston kicks towards half forward. Reid for Essendon, ducks behind. Over the back there's Fidge, who's just come on the ground. Gives it across to his teammate there in Johnson, and Johnson kicks down looking for Jackson, who has already kicked 5 goals. Over the back of the pack, coming through for the Essendon side is Merritt. Merritt kicks towards centre wing. Justin Madden, the long arms go up, tried to rake it in. Now he kicks it off the ground, but Batterston charges after it on centre wing, knocks it on in front of him. Coming through was Schultz, and the umpire said he was tripped. Graham Schultz will take this kick on centre wing, gets a little short one into Hawker, who's dangerous. Hawker onto the left foot, he kicks the same way with either foot. He's looking for Simon Madden against Stephen Smith. Smith forces it like all defenders normally do when in doubt, straight from the boundary line and over the line and out of bounds.
17 3/4 minutes gone, final term. Essendon in control, leading by 24 points. Melbourne starting to look tired, and Madden tries to tap it over the top. Another ball up. So the Bombers keeping their double chance alive with a victory today. Madden again. Melbourne have found the Madden boys' height just a little too much today, as Batterston, with a couple of bounces, runs it out of the defence area, giving it to O'Sullivan, who elects to go longer. Healy gets the 2 Essendon boys, may get out of trouble. Merritt uses the body, allowing Reid through, gets a hurry kick back towards the centre, and it's Timmy Watt, who has slipped over more times today than he possibly has all season.
And I'd say he would certainly have the rubber sole boots on too, and as the kick went down, and Ellingworth took a good mark, and he showed a bit of promise today, Sandy, for a player who can't hold a regular place in the side. Ick, centre wing, hand pass towards his teammate O'Donnell. O'Donnell goes down towards the forward. Oh, an easy mark got there by Johnson. Over the back of the pack is Danaher, gives it to Reid. Reid out wide. They're doing as they like now, Essendon, as Bowles gives it back to Terry Danaher, who drops the sitter. Alshaw can't pick it up. Schultz is in there also for the Bombers, and umpire Neville Nash will come in and bounce it half forward flank in one of the few times this quarter that Melbourne.
And that's where we leave their replay.